Hi everyone, it's Renee from Renee's Rant and Raves. I went out to Walmart yesterday for some shopping. I have that video to show you, but I wanted to tell you about when I was coming into Walmart, into the parking lot. I always come into the same direction in the same lane, and I saw this elderly man just walking up the aisle and looked a little bit bewildered, like he was looking for something. And I sort of kind of felt like he was looking for his car. He was just looking around. And so I went up the aisle, didn't find a parking slot, and so I came back around and went down the next aisle like I always do. And I saw him cutting through the cars to come down, he was going to come down the lane I was fixing to come down. And as he was coming through the cars, I went slow and I rolled down the window. I said, Sir, is there anything can I help you with? Are you trying to find your car? And he said, I forgot where I parked my car. He said, sometimes I do that. He said, but today I just can't find my car. And I said, do you have your Key Fob, or your keychain, the one that you push the buttons to unlock your car and stuff? And he said, yeah. I said, there's a red button on it that if you push it, it'll make your horn blow, and that's how you can figure out where your car is. I said, sometimes I forget too, and I just press that button and it'll let you know where your car is. I said, it's also a safety thing for women, or if you're in the dark or anything like that. It's a safety mechanism also. So he gave me his key fob, and I was pressing it. I didn't hear any things go off, and I said, well, your battery might be low in it. And I said, well, what kind of car do you drive? And he said, I drive a 2018 Toyota Corolla. So he said, I think I parked out far. So I finished going down that lane, and there was a Toyota black Corolla. He said it was black, and it looked fairly new. And I said, as he was coming down, I said, is that it back there? He goes, yes, it was. He goes, thank you, young lady, very much. So I believe I'm trying to give a PSA. If you have elderly parents or grandparents that are trying to still be independent, they like to be independent, or you have neighbors or friends, and they get a little forgetful, you might want to teach them or remind them about this red button on their key fob, that if they punch it, that if they feel uncomfortable, somebody's following them, they can punch it, and it'll make that person disturbed and go away. Might make them feel a little bit more comfortable. Or if they press it and the horn goes off, then they can find their car more easily. Funny thing is, again, when I came out of Walmart and was putting my groceries in my trunk, I saw this elderly couple. They were Hispanic, and it looked like they were looking around for their car. So I rolled down my passenger window as I was getting in the car, and I said, ma'am. And either she didn't hear me or she didn't speak English. And the thing was that she didn't speak English. So I go, senorita. And she came up with the car, and I said, you can't find your car? And no English. And I said, I showed her my button. I said, red button, oink, 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 oink. And she was like, oh, yeah. And I said, this? And she goes, oink, oi, oi. And I said, yes. She goes, gracias. And she did that as I was going down the aisle, driving down the aisle. I could hear her, and they got their car. And I felt really good, because the way the times are right now and all the racism that's going on, I felt comfortable with those Hispanic people getting to their car, because I value their lives. All lives matter, it doesn't matter. But again, if you have seen your parents, grandparents, anybody in your family, your friends, your neighbors just remind them that if they have a key fob and it has a red button on it, that they can press it if they feel uncomfortable if someone's following them, or if they've lost their car and they don't remember where they parked. They can press this button and the horn's going to go off. So, peace and love. Bye for now.